What's up? What's up? What's up? Of course, it's me, your boy Richie Rich at Consumer Prime Support. Shoot another awesome video, cause that's what we do. Man, what's up? What's up? You know, Consumer Prime Support, we review appliances. Today we're gonna focus on a Frigidaire French door refrigerator. From the looks of this refrigerator, man, it has a lot of functions and features, and of course, this is that portion of the video, so that's what we're gonna dive into next. So make sure you check that out, the functions and the features. All right, so we're gonna break down this appliance, man, to let you know exactly what can it do. You didn't purchase this appliance, brought it home, so we're gonna talk about some of the bells and whistles. So this is where you actually sit back, relax, and enjoy us as we review this appliance. Also, don't forget, remember, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, hit the notifications to let you know when we put out a new video. You get those alerts so that you can check those out. And if you're in need of purchasing an appliance, always remember, email us, man, we got you. All right, so let's rock with this video real quick. Let's see what we got. Right now, of course, you can see behind me Frigidaire Gallery. You see the model number GRF SAM 2853 Alpha Frank. All right, so we're just gonna let that rock for a second. Of course, we told you this is a Frigidaire Gallery. Frigidaire got different models that you can use as well. So they have your standard Frigidaire, you got Frigidaire Gallery, and I forgot what the other one is that they possibly have that's higher than this, but you can always check it out and Google it for yourself. All right, so it has smudge-proof stainless steel protection. All right, so this particular unit, when you touch it, it doesn't have a lot of smudges, because when you're dealing with stainless steel, it can have fingerprints all over it. So this is almost their version of the finger-proof resistance, but they're calling it smudge-proof. All right, so same exact thing. All right, so as you can see, French door refrigerator, stainless steel, dispenser in the front. You have different models where you can get the actual dispenser inside. So we're going to look at both of those because both of them is in the owner's manual, so we're going to talk about them a little bit. But this is the model that we're really focusing on because this is the one that we shot at our local store. And of course, you have the freezer at the bottom. All right, so we're going to check this out, dive into the owner's manual real quick. 27.8 cubic feet French door, and this is the internal portion of the refrigerator, event temp, pure air filter. All right, so we're just gonna pause it right there, let that sit for a second, dive into the owner's manual. You already know this is a Frigidaire product. This is the owner's manual, use and care. Couple things that we always talk about, man. Always make sure you check out the owner's manual, read the information on top, especially when you're dealing with the electrical safety precautions. Here you have your model number if you want to check it out as well. But safety precautions are always important. All right, important safety information, warning, cautions, danger, all that type of stuff as well. All right, so let's dive into this appliance, see what we got. All right, so you do have your features. This is on page number 6, internal water dispenser model. All right, so it actually breaks down each individual component inside of the refrigerator depending on the model that you have. Like I said, this one has the internal controls where you see, which is number S, letter S, and then you have the other one that's the external, so you'll be able to see a combination of both inside the owner's manual. But you can see 27.8 cubic feet. Really nice refrigerator. You can put some stuff in. You have also the freezer at the bottom that has multiple shelvings. Also, this unit has 2 ice makers. All right, so that's one of the things, one in the freezer, and then of course one in the refrigerator. All right, so this breaks down all the parts, all the components. All you got to do is just look at the letter. All right, so this is the external water dispenser model. All right, so you have one that's internal and one that's external. The one that we have is internal. I'm sorry, external. All right, so if we look at it, our dispenser, which is the letter T and U, that's where this is. Your ice maker here, this has multiple ice maker. One is H and the other one is S. Then you have the freezer at the bottom. You do have both sides doors, the left and the right, up top. All right, so you can see that. We're gonna let that rock for a second. Don't want to hold you guys up with that. All right, so one of the things that we're gonna talk about, we're gonna let the video roll a little bit so that we can get a little bit more information from the video. You can see glass shelves, sliding shelves you can push out. If you have bigger cups and glasses that you really want to fit there, you have your wine glasses, or you have wine bottles, right? You can push that back and secure more space for that as well. So you can see that different shelving. So we're going to go a little bit into the storage. So you can see that there's anything that they will recommend. We can check that out inside the owner's manual there. So I'm just going to pause, go into the storage. All right, so it says storage features. Doors, storage bin varies by model. It says the doors to your refrigerator compartment use a system of modular storage bins. All of these bins are removable for easy cleaning. Some of them have fixed positions, while others can be adjusted to your needs. Door bins are ideal for storing jars, bottles, cans, and large drink containers. They also enable quick selection of for frequently used items. All right, so you do have the bins in the freezer as well, but we're just going to focus on the refrigerator at this time. You can see here adjustable door bins on the left hand side, the left door. You can also do that in the freezer as well, but we can talk about that when we get to that portion of it. You have your storage features, upper freezer basket. All right, so that's up there in the freezer, so we can check that out later once we get into the freezer. All right, storage, food and safety energy. It says ideal for storing foods, refrigerator storage. Keep the refrigerator compartment between 34 degrees Fahrenheit and 40 degrees Fahrenheit with an optimum temperature of 37 degrees Fahrenheit. It says avoid overcrowding the refrigerator shelves, which reduces air circulation and causes uneven cooling. It says avoid placing food in front of airports. All right, so you want to be careful when you're putting your food in where the airports are, where the vents are, especially if it's vented from the back. That will cause the stuff in the back to freeze up a lot more, because that's the coldest part in the refrigerator, because that's where the vent is. It also blocks the circulation of the air, so you don't want to overstuff or overfill the refrigerator, because that has an effect on it, because it's not going to cool properly. Most of the stuff probably won't get cooled if you have something big back there, like milk cartons, you know, stuff blocking it. So if stuff like that block it, then that will cause poor air circulation. Fruits and vegetables. It says store fruits and vegetables in crisper drawers when trapped moisture helps preserve food quality for longer time periods. So you want to do that. Wash items and remove excess water. Wrap any items that have strong odors or high moisture content. All right, when we're dealing with meat, wrap raw meat and poultry separately and securely to prevent leaks and contamination of other foods or surfaces. Use the deli drawer to store meat, poultry for short-term storage. Any meat to be kept longer than 2 days should be frozen. All right, then you have your frozen food storage. Keep the freezer compartment at 0 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, so that goes into the freezer. I really don't want to get into that until we actually get into the portion of the freezer, but it's still talking about storage, temperature settings. Food storage, avoid overcrowding the refrigerator or blocking cold air vents. All right, so we just discussed that a few minutes ago as well, so you can read that inside the owner's manual. Doing so causes the refrigerator to run longer and use more energy. All right, cover foods and wipe containers dry before placing them in the refrigerator. This cuts down on moisture buildup inside the unit. Organize the refrigerator to reduce door openings. Remove as many items as needed at one time. Close the door as soon as possible. Do not place hot container directly on cold shelf. That makes a lot of sense. Remember, such an extreme temperature change may damage the glass. Again, it's cold in the refrigerator. You put something hot there, it can break the glass. All right, so you just want to be careful of that. All right, so let's see what else we have here in store for the storage. All right, so a couple things that we can look at where it's talking about storage features, right? Shelves to avoid personal injury or property damage. Handle tempered glass shelves carefully. All right, so you want to make sure you read that caution so that you are safe. It says you can easily adjust self position in the refrigerator compartments to suit your needs. The shelves have mounting brackets that attach to slotted supports at the rear of each compartment. All right, so I'm hoping that we have that in a video, or to have a picture that you can actually see here, how to really secure the actual shelves. You'll know if they're secured. They're sturdy. Normally if you put them side by side, they should be at the same length. That's another way to check. Or you can actually put some force down on it a little bit just to make sure that that the refrigerator shelves are really secured. It says remove all food from shelf, lift the food edge up and pull the shelf out. Alright, so you want to be careful with that. Replace by inserting the mounting bracket hooks into the desired support slots. So they do have individual hooks, so you want to make sure that you actually put that in there. Lower the shelf and lock into position. Alright, this is to adjust, slide under shelf, push front half shelf backward towards rear or cabinet until the rear half. So that's what we showed you initially in the video there, how to slide it back and forth. It's really seamless. It's not a big issue how to do it. It's not difficult. It's not hard. All right, so you want to make sure that you're comfortable doing that. I understand you can use that to your benefit. All right, reposition for air seal. For glass shelves, remove air seal by pushing seal straight back. Position the air seal towards the outside edge of the shelf to avoid the air towel with shelf is pushed back into place. Install seal by sliding the open channel end of the seal on back edge of shelf until seats snug on back of shelf and flap is at about a 10-degree angle from shelf surface. All right, then you got some important information. Be aware of the air located at the rear of the shelf. Shelves located on the left side should have the air seal mounted on the far left side. Alright, so shelves located on the right side should have the air mounting on the far right side. This is to ensure there is no interference with the larger air tower on the back wall of the cabinet. This also applies to the crisper shelves. Alright, so you just want to make sure, again, a lot of these things have air passages that allows the air to come through, so it circulates the air, keep your refrigerator cool. You want to make sure you put them on the right way so that it doesn't affect it or block the air passages from coming out. All right, and you can actually see right here in the owner's manual in the diagram that they show at the bottom here. All right, so that should be able to help you guys a lot. We can dive into the storage drawers a little bit, so let's get back into the video. You can see that Crisper Plus, right? That's this Crisper drawer there. You can see that. Then you can also see the other drawer at the bottom here as well. All right, and it has a adjustable temperature drawer. We're going to go into all that, so we can actually pause that there. But before we get into that, again, removing the crispers is not difficult to do. Slide them in and out, pretty straightforward. To remove auto humidity control membrane. All right, so that's a couple of things you want to look at here. One, we can actually put in the crispers. Crisper drawers are designed for storing fruits, vegetables, and other fresh produce. All right, the drawers, your refrigerator includes a variety of storage drawers. All right, to remove the auto humidity control membrane, remove any shelves placed above the crisper cover, then lift up and remove the crisper cover from the unit. Remove 3 screws on the bottom of the crisper cover to release the auto humidity cover. Slide out auto humidity cover from the crisper cover to gain access to the humidity membrane. Clean membrane with hot soapy water. Replace membrane and cover by reversing the steps above. All right, so you do have the crispy humidity control. Crispy drawers are designed for storing fresh fruits, vegetables. We talked about that, and produce. Crisper drawers have an auto humidity control on the back of each crisper under the humidity control cover. All right, so you just want to keep that in mind there. All right, you don't want to block those different things. All right, removing auto humidity control membrane, you can do that as well. Then of course you have different filters. Here, pure air produce keeper. All right, so it says the crisper drawer ethylene absorbers help to keep food fresher longer in crisper drawers. See filter replacement section for details on how to order replacement. All right, so you have these inside the crisper drawer, so I'm kind of glad we actually went through this here so you could be able to see that as well, that the crisper drawers have air fresheners in them so they can smell good. All right, that's where we are. All right, so just a little bit more. It says storage features here. To remove the crisper drawer with pure air, produce a keeper for cleaning. All right, so this you have to remove it back and forth. You can see that there, and it slides in. Push the crisper drawer once. The button rollers clear the front deli crisper support rollers. To replace the crisper drawers with pure air, produce keeper. After cleaning, place the crisper drawer on top of the deli cover and tilt upwards slightly. All right, so that's what we have there. So I really want to get into the adjustable temperature drawer here. You can see that adjustable temperature drawer. You have the temperature adjustable temp. You have the lock button, which is number 1. All right, it says ideal for storage of deli meats, cheese, and beverages. All right, so number 1, it says lock control. The drawer automatically defaults to a lock state to prevent any unwanted use. To change the drawer setting, it first needs to be unlocked. To unlock, press and hold the unlock icon for 3 seconds. It would automatically lock after 10 seconds without any interaction. All right, so you see that there. All right, hold it for 3 seconds. I would say between 3 and 5, and it locks everything. Especially if you have kids like playing with buttons, it locks it so that won't happen. You have your meat / seafood. Select meat / seafood for short-term storage. Any meat to be kept longer than 2 days should be frozen. A tone will sound to confirm choice. All right, cold drinks settings. Select cold drinks when storing individual package beverages such as soda cans or juices. A tone will sound to confirm choice. You also have deli / snacks. All right, so it says select deli / snacks when storing meats and cheese. A tone will sound to confirm. Important, do not use the adjustable temperature drawer to store fresh produce, as these items may freeze and cause damage to the fruits and leafy vegetables stored in the drawer. Really important there for you to understand that is specific to what's supposed to be in there: meat / seafood, cold drinks, or deli and snacks. Because of the temperature, it will freeze up and damage a lot of the fruits and vegetables. All right, so that's pretty cool there. So we can actually allow the video to keep rolling as we dissect the joint. You can see it there, the lock button is on. Now the lock button is deactivated. You can press it to different settings, meat, cold, drinks, and all that. And then of course you can pull the drawers out. You can see there, initially there's a couple filters that's already that's inside the drawer there. You can use that as well. All right, so I don't want us to really miss that. I didn't want us to really miss the filter, so I'm just gonna go back a little bit so that you'll be able to see the filter there. All right, that's where you actually replace your water filter. All right, always remember, replace the water filter every 6 months. Your refrigerator is smart enough to remind you to let you know that it needs to be replaced, so you want to make sure that you consider that as well. All right, so that's really good there. We don't really have to really go too much into that. It's a water filter. All right, so we're gonna let the video rock. So we got the storage on the left side of the door. That's where the dispenser is, and the ice comes in up top there as well. So you can add some stuff in a lot of these different shelvings where you can put stuff in to help you out. All right, so now we're gonna go into the ice maker, right? The automatic ice maker. So we're going to talk about that for a little bit. All right, so the automatic ice and water dispenser, external dispenser refrigerator ice maker. So again, it depends on which one you have. The one that we have is external. They do have a video for the internal one. You can check that out in the owner's manual. Of course, that's going to be in the description box as well. All right, so this is what we have. Cleaning the ice maker. Clean the ice maker and ice bin at regular intervals, especially prior to vacation or moving. All right, so it's basically just turn off the ice maker. You have that option that you can press as well. Lift the ice bin upward, then pull straight out to remove. Empty and carefully clean the ice bin with mild detergent. Do not use harsh or abrasive cleaners. Rinse with clean water. One of the benefits when you first purchase a new appliance, especially a refrigerator, when it makes the first couple batches of ice, we suggest that you actually dump it, because you just want to make sure that the filter is working properly. It's a brand new product. So whatever ice it makes initially for the first few times, I would dump that and start back over. All right, so you want to be able to do that. Never use ice pick or similar sharp instruments to break up the ice. All right, because again, you can puncture a hole inside the ice maker bucket. It is plastic, and when it does crack, it allows fresh air to come through. It develops moisture, so it'll cause your refrigerator ice to either melt, and then when it freezes back over, it's really hard, then you're not going to be able to get the ice out. All right, so you want to be able to think about that. Important when removing or replacing the ice bin, avoid rotating auger in the ice bin. If the auger is accidentally rotated, you must realign the auger by turning it in a 45 degrees turn. All right, so yeah, sometimes it gets trapped. It's not in the right position, so you're not able to slide everything back and slide it flush. All right, adjusting ice bin, so you can just turn the auger there. All right, so it's not much to it, but automatic ice and water dispenser. So this is the external, right? I mean the internal. We have the external. All right, so this is basically how it looks. Again, if you want to look at that model, you have that model, you can check that unit out. You have using the water dispenser after installation, water dispense, and you can hold it for 3 seconds, stuff like that. Then you got your water dispenser on the inside. All right, so we don't have that, we have it on the outside, so we're going to focus on the one on the outside. But we are talking about the ice maker. The freezer has an ice maker as well. You do have an on and off button to your ice maker. If you feel as though you're going on vacation, you want to turn it off, or if you already have enough ice, you can also turn it off if you like. All right, the ice maker operation and care is after the refrigerator is installed properly, the ice maker can produce ice within 24 hours. When using the ice maker the first time, and in order for it to work properly, it is necessary to clear air from the water tubing and the filter. Furthermore, if the system is not flushed, the first ice cubes may be discolored or have an odd flavor. All right, so this happens when you replace your filter. You want to make sure you flush the system. So normally we'll say get about 3 or 4 cups after you replace the filter. Run the dispenser, let it fill up about 3 to 4 cups. After that, all the air and the sentiments from the old filter, if it's a new refrigerator as well, you want to be able to push all that stuff off because it has not been used. So you want to be able to, it's almost like purging the water or flush the water through the system by using the dispenser. All right, and of course always remember, turn off your ice maker. You can do that to help you out some as well. All right, then you got sounds and stuff that you should be hearing or used to hearing. All right, ice making storage bin capacity, we're not going to really get into that because that's not much there. All right, so you got different options where you can clean the ice maker as well. All that is up to you. If you want to really be able to do that, that is perfectly fine there. All right, so we're going to get back to the actual video. You can see ice maker, you have the door on the, or the handle on the side. Inside the ice maker, this is where the auger motor is and allows the bin to spin and rotate. So again, it's not really big, but it's a lot of space, a lot of room for you to make error where it's not secured properly. So just be careful of that. All right, that is the ice maker bin. You could always probably order that as an assembly, right? You slide it back in, it goes back pretty safe, pretty secured. Not a lot of issues there. So this is the right side of the door. When you're facing it, you can see different storage spaces that you can use and make different adjustments depending on what's in it. Always be careful to not put too much stuff on these bins. The bins are plastic, they tend to break and crack, so you want to keep that in mind as well. All right, so this here we have your refrigerator temperature, your water dispenser, crushed or cube ice, ice maker, reset your air filter, reset your water filter, chill boost, all these different things here. So we're going to dive into that because this is the one that we have. We're not going to go into the internal one. We're going to go into the one that we have on our video, so we can just keep it simple and easy. All right, control settings. All right, external water dispenser control display, sleep mode. All right, so this is what it looks like when it's in sleep mode. Controls and setting. All right, so again, we talked about the sleep mode display, everything that you see there: freezer boost, cold drink temp, ice maker, the lock, water dispenser, cubed, crushed, the light, reset, air, and chill boost. And of course you have your plus and your minus to increase or decrease the temperature. Sleep mode, as a default, the display will go to sleep after a short time. If any icon is pressed, the display will be awakened. After a short time, it will go back to sleep. When the sleep mode, wake up the display to confirm ice maker is on/off. Sleep mode can be turned off to have the display on full time awake mode. All right, so you do have the option there. When sleep mode is off, the display will always be illuminated. Turn sleep mode on and off. Simultaneously press and hold the crushed and light icons for 5 seconds. Tone will confirm. All right, crushed and ice, holding these two buttons together. And this is what it looks like when it's in awake mode. All right, so your freezer temperature is at 0, manufacturer setting. Your refrigerator is at 37, another manufacturer setting. All right, so if you have any issues with the temperature, you feel as though it might be too cold, or you're not really sure what the temperature should be according to what is recommended by the manufacturer, check out our videos. All right, and of course we'll have that information in the description box as well to be able to help you. All right, To change from sleep mode on to wake mode off. Simultaneously press and hold the crushed ice. All right, so we just talked about that. All right, so you can see different settings that you have here as well. External water dispenser control display. All right, so we can dive into that. Freeze boost on and off. It says prior to grocery shopping, we recommend you activate freeze boost to lower the temperature and freeze food faster. Freeze boost will remain active for up to 24 hours before automatically deactivating or manually exiting by pressing freeze boost to turn the functions off. This will reset the freezer to the previous temperature setting. All right, cool drink timer. So it quickly chills a drink inside the freezer compartment to enable touch the cold drink timer key. All right, see, somebody like me that don't really have a lot of ice, go to the grocery store. If the juice is not even cold, then you put them in the refrigerator. I like this option where you have the cool drink timer. Help your drink get cool a lot faster inside of the freezer display. It can be changed plus or minus the buttons, of course. A tone will sound when the time has been input. Ranges from 20 to 45 minutes in 5 minutes intervals. Drinks will freeze if temperature setting is too low or timer setting is too long. All right, of course, we have the ice maker setting there. Press and hold for 3 seconds to turn the ice maker on and off. All right, so you have this setting here. You can turn your ice maker when indicator is lit. Ice maker is on. When indicator is not lit, ice maker is off. State will stop making ice. All right, while off, ice dispenser can continue as long as there is ice in the bucket. When ice maker is off, an ice bin dispenser indicator will blink. Lock controls, we talk about that as well. Locking the control. You have power outage. In the event of a power outage, the power outage alert will be eliminated once power has been restored and a tone will sound. Press any button to silence the tone. All right, so you have that setting there. External water dispenser control, adjusting temperature. Illuminates when temperatures are changed on the display and will remain illuminated until the desired temperatures are reached inside the refrigerator and freezer. Press either the plus or minus to adjust to desired temperature. All right, so we told you guys that how to really do it. Your freezer temp is controlled temperatures range from negative 6 degrees Fahrenheit to plus 6 degrees Fahrenheit. You do have Celsius, so if you're in Canada, I know only in the US we use the Fahrenheit, but if you're in Canada, you can do Celsius, and of course it's negative 21 degrees Celsius and a negative 15 degrees Celsius. Refrigerator controlled temperature, you're talking about plus 34 to plus 44 degrees Fahrenheit. Celsius is plus 1, and of course plus 7. All right, this unit is designed to operate at 37 degrees Fahrenheit. Refrigerator is 0 degrees for the freezer. All right, so we talked about a lot of that stuff as well. All right, making sure that the temperature is on the right setting. All right, open the door. You have an alert. When you open the door, it says the alert indicates the door has been open for 5 minutes or more. The door open LED illuminates and the audible alert sounds until the door is closed. The audible alert can be turned off by pressing the door open key or by closing the door. If the door is open for 5 minutes, the interior light will turn off. All right, so you want to consider that as well. Water filter display illuminates every 6 months or when filter needs replacing. Replace the filter, then press and hold reset water filter for 3 seconds to deactivate the warning on display. See placing the filter for more information. All right, same thing for the air filter there as well, so that it can circulate the air, smell good inside the refrigerator as well. Display illuminates every 6 months. All right, water dispenser, press the water key to select water and indicate light will be illuminated above the active feature. If you want cubed or crushed, press the cube, select cube key to select cube. All right, and of course your indicator will illuminate above the active feature. All right, so crush, you do the same thing. You can toggle between Fahrenheit and Celsius. So that's one of the things that you want to check for. I've had customers where I come out to that had issues with their refrigerator not probably cooling properly because they had it switched over to Celsius and they didn't know how to switch it back. So all this stuff is inside the owner's manual, so you want to check that out. Chill boost prior to the grocery store. So we talked about the chill boost and increasing the temperature on here. Prior to grocery, we could recommend you activate the chill boost to lower the temperature and cool food faster. Chill boost will remain active for up to 6 hours before automatically deactivating or manually exiting by pressing chill boost. All right, so you do have the option to turn the function off. All right, resetting the filter. We talked about those a lot, and of course you can toggle the lights. All right. So, and we always talk about the setting, the recommended settings for this refrigerator. Setting cooling temperature, press plus or minus between next to the refrigerator or freezer temperature display to adjust the temperature to the desired setting. All right, so that's what we have there. External water dispenser control display. So we can go into a little bit more of that so we have better understanding what's going on. You also have your clear alerts, door open. We talked about that. High temperature alert. That's something that we can look into. An alert sounds in the event of a high temperature condition. The control panel displays high on whichever compartment the alarm is detecting in, and the alarm sounds every 10 seconds until acknowledged. All right, so a lot of the refrigerators, like I said, these days are a lot smarter. So what they do is, if your refrigerator is having temperature issues, right? Just to say if you're having an issue where the compressor might not be working, your refrigerator will start beeping to let you know that, hey, your refrigerator temperature is a little bit too high. It's going to continue to keep beeping, and it's going to display an HI inside of your refrigerator to let you know that the temperature is high. So you might want to be able to call for service at that time. If it's under warranty, we suggest contact Frigidaire, and they'll be able to instruct you properly that way. Power outages, we talk about that. The flapper for dispenser models only. If the flapper or ice chute door is held open by a jammed ice cube, all right, or crushed, is selected, an alarm sounds and current selection blinks on the dispenser control. The alarm resets when the ice cube is removed. All right, not for every model. This is unique. I know that customers had issues with this before, where it can get trapped depending on how much ice you get. And what happens is, if the door is trapped open, the ambient air from outside goes into the refrigerator, freezes everything up. So you can see a whole bunch of ice build up right where the ice bucket is, right where the dispenser chute is, where the ice come through. So you want to think about that as well. So you can actually see that, man, that you can see a lot of the ice build up inside the refrigerator because of that. All right, so just keep that in mind. All right, so you just want to check it and make sure that the door is closed properly. One of the things you can do, if you can get a flashlight to shoot directly through the dispenser door while it's closed, if you're able to see the reflection of the light, that's sometimes an indication to let you know that air can escape through it. So you want to make sure, if you need help or any assistance, contact Frigidaire if it's under warranty. If not, contact a service provider. The Sabbath mode is a feature that disables portion of the refrigerator, and it controls in accordance with ordinances of the weekly Sabbath and religious holidays within the Orthodox Jewish community. All right, so a lot of the times when I go to different homes in the Jewish community, they will sometimes have tape on the door switches. Sometimes they might take the light out, depending on how old the refrigerator is, where you can just unscrew the light bulb and take those out. A lot of the appliances are having Sabbath mode inside of a lot of the components, so that you won't have to do that. You just have to select the Sabbath mode. All right, so this one, how to really do it, is that Sabbath mode is turned on and off by simultaneously pressing and holding both the freezer and fresh food for 10 seconds. The display shows SB while in Sabbath mode. All right, so you're just gonna hold those two modes together. All right, FB, freezer boost. All right, and the refrigerator temperature, frozen food, FF, so that you'll be able to put it in Sabbath mode. In the Sabbath mode, the high temperature alarm is active for health reasons. For example, if the door is left ajar, the high temperature alarm is activated. The refrigerator will function normally once the door is closed. Without any violation of the Sabbath/holidays, the high temperature alarm is permitted with cabinet temperatures is outside the safe zone for 20 minutes. The alarm silences itself after 10 minutes, while the high temperature icon stays lit until the Sabbath mode is exited. All right, of course, for further assistant guidance for proper usage and complete list of models with the Sabbath feature, please visit blah blah blah. You have the website. All right, for place within 1 inch of fruit of airports. All right, so that's a lot of the information there that we've talked about. This particular refrigerator, ice bin, dispenser. All right, we can dive into that a little bit. I'm using the dispenser after installation, before making ice for the first time. Sure to prime the water supply system. We talk a lot about that. Air and new plumbing lines can result in 2 or 3 empty ice maker cycles. All right, so you want to think about that. Begin filling the system by pressing and holding a drinking glass against the water dispenser paddle. Keep the glass in the position until the water comes out of the dispenser. It may take about 1.5 minutes. 1.5 minutes. All right. Continue dispensing water for about 4 minutes to flush the system and plumbing connection. So we talk a lot about that so that you'll be able to do that. All right, so let's get back to the video. You can actually see that we're pressing the buttons, different settings, water, crushed, cubed, ice. You got your light that comes on. You do have the paddle that you press. So this is where you put your glass in. Water comes in directly through that. There you do have a light. Then you have the chute up top. So you just want to make sure that chute is not blocked. All right. So that's just where we are with this refrigerator, man. Pretty cool refrigerator. So now we're going to go into the freezer. We talked about the ice maker there as well. Going into the refrigerator, pulling out the drawer. You have the lower drawer there. Give me 1 second. It is adjustable, and that's one of the benefits of doing a lot of these things, that it is adjustable. All right, so freezer accessories. We're moving upper freezer basket. All right, not a difficult to do, but you can see that it can be done inside the owner's manual. You have different tabs that you got to push in so that you can pull the unit out. Got to be careful. The more stuff it is inside of it, the heavier it is, harder for it to come out. All right, so keep that in mind, because I've tried to take out a lot of them with stuff already in it. So got to open up both doors to give you some space, and you can slide it out if you have stuff inside of it. All right, you do have lock mechanism on here that you can see, that you can push in so that the unit is secured and it just doesn't wobble, it doesn't come out. Lower basket divider, grab and hold on lower divider. All right, so you can see how to really do that. You have the divider. You can go whichever side you want to slide it on. All right. All right, so we're gonna let this video roll. You can see inside of it, really nice size. You can see the divider there. And of course you got your ice bucket on top. You can add more stuff there as well. This is the inside of the refrigerator. These were the venting, and the fan circulates the air inside of the freezer. You can look to the left, you see the ice maker here as well. You have your door switched here, so when you slide the basket back or the door, it actually deactivates this and shuts the light off. So we got a really good view of inside of the freezer as well. We really like that, so we're going to do that more often as well. So you'll be able to slide that inside the refrigerator. Outside of that, man, this is it. I'm your boy Richie Rich at Consumer Appliance Support, man. You know we get it in. This is the function and the feature, man. Frigidaire, we really like this refrigerator, man. Really good refrigerator here for a reasonable price. All right, if you want to get it, you already know. We out. Peace.